in Glendale. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taking it right down Broadway, and a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Smith going to go to the air first play. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Smith going to move him around. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back.
He's got a man complete. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. Look at this. No. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And down to the 36-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Cardinals at 7-9 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Big Ace. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw, it's Murray. And he fires one incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Lockett. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
From the 33, here's a second down and 6. Now Gino. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Cardinals nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. The give now to Abanikanda. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
That second down play nets a -4.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
17-0 our score after one. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Prater's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets it up past the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 5. To throw is Smith. 20, 10. He's got the first down and then some. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cardinals 3. Jason Myers to kick off for
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
More the motion man right.
Swim.
On the handoff, Abanikanda. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here's 3rd and 3. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing is Smith. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Right.
Smith now to throw. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
Oh!
Still going.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Again, Walker.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Cardinals 3. Jason Myers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Third down, here's Abanikanda.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Slot man moves right.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That good for 19 and a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Abanikanda.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. But give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Here we go.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Geno now to throw.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Now to the ground, here's Walker.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Back to Walker on 1st down. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now Smith going to change the play.
Now Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
You're coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
And now an audible here into something else.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
78 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
39 yards.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 10. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first down is Murray.
Escaping the pressure right.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Shotgun now from Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. They'll set up the screen to Campbell. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Murray with a third and long. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. Rolling to his right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 40 yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running left is Walker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Smith going to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first down at their own 13-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
To throw is Murray. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I
thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Abanikanda once again.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Omaha, 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 Omaha.
Here's Abanikanda.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the